The next exercise is a quick one-point perspective sketch. This is the sketch we're going to be doing. In one-point perspective, we are looking at a flat wall. We see an elevation, a true elevation, not in perspective. What's in perspective are the floor and ceiling and side walls. Maybe like we're looking down a hallway. In a two-point perspective, we're looking at the corner of a space and both walls are angled. Here we have just a flat wall. Our horizon line, our vanishing point, we only have one, and in this case it's in the center. Your drawing is actually much more interesting when it is not in the center, but for this explanation we're just keeping it simple. So we have a grid that's 1/4 inch scale. We have an elevation that the ceiling height is 8 feet. So if my horizon line is at 5 feet above ground level, then I go up 3 and down 5. In this case, I went 8 feet across also. It really doesn't matter how wide you do it in your sketch. From the vanishing point then, we bring out the lines from each corner, and these are our depth lines. If I was going to draw a window on that back wall, anywhere in there would be a perfect rectangle, perfect square, whatever you want. The height of a window, typically, like a door, is 6'8". So anywhere on this is a true height elevation. If I drew this at 7. If I wanted to draw that actually at 6'8", I might want to bring that down. So I can still be accurate in a small sketch. Roughly in there. Let's put an area rug on the floor. In this case, the back stays horizontal and the front stays horizontal. The only lines that are depth lines are the side lines. They go to vanishing. Our fringe on our area rug, these would all go to vanishing. It's in the very center, that would be pretty straight. Out here, let's put in a few to get our angles right. Those might be a little bit long. Okay, if we had stripes on this rug, they would all go to vanishing. Along the wall, I know that base is, 6 inches high maybe. In that corner, then I come from vanishing and go out. In this corner, I come from vanishing and go out. That's the base trim along the wall. Crown molding at the top. Skylight in the ceiling, just like the area rug. Sidelines for wherever I want it. How big do I want it? How close to the ceiling line is it? There's an area rug. I'm sorry. There's a skylight. Skylight has depth. I go vertical with that depth. Or it has thickness. And these lines, because this side line went to vanishing, I know that this parallel line has to go to vanishing also. If I wanted to do thickness in this back window wall, I know that the depth lines need to go to vanishing. The depth lines go to vanishing. Come across this depth line, go in there, and then I would go vertical to where this depth line would meet it. And we want to go true vertical, not sloppy vertical. That's the idea of the graph paper, to help you keep your drawings a little bit neater. It should match. Mine's a little bit off, so we can fudge it a little bit. But as you go along, you'll learn to keep your lines a little straighter. Okay, let's put a window on this wall here. I can pick Well, let's pick the height. Let's say it's 2 feet off the ground. On anywhere on that elevation is true height. So that corner would be 2 feet off the ground. And we'll go 6'8" again, roughly, for height. So this is the top and the bottom. I pick wherever I want it to start and wherever I want it to end. There's my window. The window has depth. My depth goes horizontal in this case. And I pick a width. Then where those two meet, I go from vanishing out. Where those two meet, I go from vanishing out. There's my window with depth. Let's put a door on the left-hand side. Pick a height. My height was 6'8". Come across, from vanishing across that wall, pick the width I want. Now things are foreshortened when they're coming out these walls, so this might be a little bit too wide in reality, but we're just sketching today. But the door has trim. And we can erase our wall trim over our door. A door has a doorknob. How high is the doorknob? I don't know, roughly 3 feet. 3 feet up? Is it higher than that? I pulled that height from true height. I went up 3 feet from vanishing and out, and that's roughly where it would be. Let's add wainscoting. Let's add some wallpaper. Up. We'll go 3 feet high. Pick the 3 foot height there. From vanishing and out. Oh, you know what? We don't have any window trim. Add your window trim in there. And they're diagonal, mitered at the edge, which does not go to vanishing. And we need window trim on this one too. You're just sketching it. Just be as neat as possible. All right, back to our wainscoting. So 3 feet high across, and then it picks up here. And if we had trim above that, there would be trim there. But I'm going to add, well, let's get the heights in here. This would be just a wallpaper border. No, we could do circles or something in here. But let's do a striped wallpaper all the way around. These stripes would just be vertical, so follow the graph paper lines for vertical. Keeping it true vertical. Back here. And we'd see it just a little bit under that window. It would be there. And let's go back on this side over here again. This crown line that we put in, let's change that to wallpaper also. Some kind of squirrely wallpaper edge. All right, do you see how that works? Simple 1-point perspective. All the depth lines head off to that vanishing point.